Now I will discuss with you few examples where we will use some of the algebraic identities. These are expand x upon 3 minus 3y square upon 4 whole square. Second, 3a square upon 5 plus 9b square upon 11 whole square. And third, 225p square minus 49q square. I want to begin with the first one. The expansion of the first part, it is x by 3 minus 3y upon 4 whole square. So a minus b whole square, it is a square plus b square minus 2ab. A means first term, b means second term. First term is here x by 3, second term is 3y upon 4. Formula to be used as a minus b whole square. So it is a square, that is x by 3 whole square plus b square, meaning by 3y upon 4 whole square, a square plus b square minus 2 into a means x by 3 minus 2a, b means 3y upon 4. So x by 3 minus 3y upon 4 whole square is equals to x by 3 whole square plus 3y upon 4 whole square minus 2 into x by 3 into 3y upon 4. A minus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. Expansion of x by 3 whole square means x by 3 into x by 3. This gives us x square by 9. First thing. Then expansion of 3y upon 4, it is 9y square upon 16 minus, we can say 3 and 3 get cancelled. This is 2 2 ja 4 minus of xy upon 2. This is the entire or the complete expansion of x upon 3 minus 3y upon 4 whole square. For the second part, we can take, it is 3a square upon 5 plus 9b square upon 11's whole square. Here the sign between the two algebraic terms is the positive, so I will apply the identity a plus b whole square is equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab. Here a means first term, that is what? 3a square upon 5 whole square, a square, plus b square means 9b square upon 11's whole square, plus 2ab. 2ab meaning by 2 into first term, that is 3a square upon 5 into second term, that is 9b square upon 11. This is coming out to be 9a4 upon 25, because 3 whole square is 9, a square is a4 and 5 is 25. 9 square 81, b square whole square is b to power 4 upon 121 plus 2 3 ja 6, that is 3 ja 18. This become 18 a square b square upon 11 5 ja 55. This is 3b square upon 11. So this is the expansion of the second part by using what? A plus b whole square. What about the third part? The third part is to be expand as 225 p square minus 49 q square. Can be written as 15p whole square minus 7q whole square. Here I have to use a square minus b square equals to a minus b into a plus b. So a means 15p, a minus b, b means 7q into a plus b, that is 15p plus 7q. 15p whole square minus 7q whole square is equals to 15p minus 7q into 15p plus 7q. First, how to evaluate the value of 103 multiplied by 97. It is so simple question. One can multiply it, basically direct method. But if I ask you to bound to use the algebraic identities, then you will think for some pairing like 103 can be written as 100 plus 3 multiplied by 97 can be written as 100 minus 3. So this is the pairing where if you say it is a plus b multiplied by a minus b, a plus b into a minus b, can be written as a square minus b square. Now I am using the left hand side in the right hand side and right hand side in the left hand side of the identity as I explained. Basically identity, whenever we speak, it is a square minus b square is equals to a plus b into a minus b. But we can also say a plus b into a minus b is equals to a square minus b square. Using this relation, a is 100, b is 3, a is 100, b is 3. So product of 103 into 97 is coming out to be a is 100, that is 100 square, minus b is 3, that is 3 square. So this become 100 into 100, that become what? 10,000 minus 9. This become 10,000 minus 9. So the answer will be 9,991, because 9,991 is the answer of 103 into 97. So this can be multiplied directly, or the same can be solved by using this identity. The second one is 99 whole square. So one of the method is 99 whole square is what? 99 into 99. But this can be done by even a student of class 5, 4, one who know the multiplying of the 2-digit number. But here in class 9th, you can say it is 100 minus 1 whole square. So you can apply here identity, that is a minus b whole square is equals to a square plus b square minus 2ab. So if I ask you to multiply finding this value with the help of this, you will say 100 minus 1 whole square is equals to 100 whole square plus 1 whole square, because a is 100, b is 1, minus 2 into a means 100 and b means 1. 100 whole square is what? It is 10,000 plus 1 whole square is 1, minus 2 into 100 is what? 200. So this is 10,000, this is 1, this become 10,001, this become 10,001. So now 10,001 minus 200. 10,001 minus 200 will be the net value. So I have to subtract from 10,001 minus 200, that is 1 minus 0, you will say 1, 9 minus 0, you will say it is 9, then 9 minus 2, you will say 7, and 9 is this. 9,791 is the value of 99 into 99. And with the help of formula a minus b whole square, we have obtained this. Similarly, one of the identity we can apply in the third one, that is the 51 whole square. We can tell you that 51 whole square is 51 into 51. But the same can be written as 50 plus 1 whole square. So this become 50 whole square plus 1 square plus 2 into 50 into 1. Why? Because you know a plus b whole square's formula is a square plus b square plus 2 into a into b. So a square plus b square plus 2ab become a plus b whole square, and that is coming out in this shape. So now here a is what? 50, b is what? 1. So that's why 51 whole square is expanded as 50 plus 1 whole square is written as 50 square plus 1 square plus 2 into 50 into 1. Whole square of the 50 is 2500, whole square of 1 is 1, and 2 into 50 into 1 is what? 100. So 2500 plus 100, 2600. So this become 2601. Now I am taking an example where we will use the identities. So the question is, if value of x plus 1 upon x is 6, then what are the values of x square plus 1 upon x square and x4 plus 1 upon x4? As we have x plus 1 upon x is 6. So if I write here on squaring both sides, why I have written? Because I need to calculate the value of x square plus 1 upon x square, and that can be obtained only by squaring this relation. So this will become x plus 1 upon x whole square is equals to 6 square. This become x square plus 1 upon x square plus 2 into x into 1 upon x is equals to 36. X and x get cancelled. This become x square plus 1 upon x square is equals to 36 minus 2. This 2 is shifted here. It is here plus 2. So this become here what? Minus 2. This become x square plus 1 upon x square is equal to 34. So answer of the first part is what? 34. You can see, you can verify. Now how to find the value of second part, that is x4 plus 1 upon x4. In order to calculate the value of second part, we have to use this result. This result means the value of x square plus 1 upon x square is 34. In this relation, if I write here, on squaring both sides, on squaring both sides, I will get x square plus 1 upon x square whole square is equals to 34 whole square. So this become x4 first square, 1 upon x4 second whole square, plus 2 into first is x square or second is 1 upon x square. So the value of x square plus 1 upon x whole square become x4 plus 1 upon x4 plus 2 into x square into 1 upon x square is equals to 1156. Whole square of 34 is this. Same way x square and 1 upon x square get cancelled. Left is 2. This 2 will be shifted in the right side. So the left side left with x4 plus 1 upon x4. And when this 2 will be shifted, so 1156 minus 2, we will left with 1154. Hence the answer of the second part is 1154. So this is one of the application of our algebraic identities. Now I am taking another example directly based upon the identities. That is, if x square plus 1 upon x square is 27, find x plus 1 upon x and x minus 1 upon x. So here we have what? X square plus 1 upon x square is 27. To find, first part I am taking, to find x plus 1 upon x, I will say on squaring x plus 1 upon x, on squaring the x plus 1 upon x, we will get x plus 1 upon x whole square is x square plus 1 upon x square plus 2 into x into 1 upon x. Hence x plus 1 upon x whole square is equals to x square plus 1 upon x square plus this x and this x get cancelled, 2. So x plus 1 upon x whole square become answer of x square plus 1 upon x square is given as what? 27. So x square plus 1 upon x square will be replaced by 27. So this become 27 plus 2. Hence x plus 1 upon x whole square is 29. On taking square root, we can say x plus 1 upon x, because square root of x plus 1 upon x whole square is what? X plus 1 upon x is equals to square root of 29 is 29, because 29 is not a perfect number. This is the way to find the value of x plus 1 upon x under the condition when x square plus 1 upon x square is given. Second part of this to be solved, the same pattern we will keep. We want to find the value of x minus 1 upon x, where given is same, we have same value x square plus 1 upon x square is equals to 27. So if I ask you what is the whole square of x minus 1 upon x, you will say it is x square plus 1 upon x square minus 2 into x into 1 upon x. This become x minus 1 upon x whole square is equals to x square plus 1 upon x square minus 2. So x minus 1 upon x whole square become x square plus 1 upon x square is what? 27 minus 2 this become x minus 1 upon x whole square is equals to 25. If I ask you to take square root both side, so square root of x minus 1 upon x whole square, it will be what? X minus 1 upon x. And the square root of 25 will be what? 5. Hence the answer of x minus 1 upon x is 5. And answer of this as estimated previously was root 29 under this condition. Question is, if a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca is equals to 0, then prove that a is equals to b is equals to c. In order to show this result, I will take the given one. We have a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca is equals to 0. Now a square plus b square plus ca minus a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca is 0. If I ask you to multiplying both sides by 2, on multiplying both sides by number 2, this will be twice of a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca is equals to 0 into 2. This become 2a square plus 2b square plus 2c square minus 2ab minus 2bc minus 2ca is equals to 0. This can be written as a square plus a square, because 2a square can be written as a square plus a square. 2b square can be written as b square plus b square. 2c square can be written as c square plus c square, and remaining values minus 2ab minus 2bc minus 2ca is equals to 0. Now think for clubbing to make perfect square. You can think this is a square plus b square minus 2ab. Write at one place a square plus b square minus 2ab. Now after taking these three results, a square this one, b square this one, c square this one, and minus 2ab, I am looking for b square plus c square minus 2bc can be written as b square plus c square minus 2bc. Another result is, you can take this is left a square and c square, because I have used 2b squares, 1a square, 1c square, so only 1a square and 1c square is left. So I can write that c square plus a square, and minus 2ab used here, minus 2bc used here, so only left part is minus 2ac, and that is equals to what? 0. Now you can say a square plus b square minus 2ab can be say a minus b whole square. B square plus c square minus 2bc can be written as b minus c whole square. C square plus a square minus 2ac can be written as c minus a whole square, and is equals to 0. Whole square is always positive, and least value of whole square in the real number system is 0. No real number is possible whose whole square can be less than 0. So sum of squares of three values a minus b whole square, b minus c whole square, c minus a whole square is 0. So this implies this is 0, this is 0, and this is 0, because if these are not zeros, then their sum cannot be 0. So this implies a minus b whole square is 0, then b minus c whole square is 0, then c minus a whole square is 0. Meaning by, we can say this become a minus b is equals to 0, because whole square is 0 only and only when the number inside the whole square is 0, that is a minus b whole square is 0 is possible only if a minus b is 0, otherwise whole square can never be 0. Similarly, you can say b minus c is 0 and c minus a is also 0. If a minus b is 0, what implies this? A is equal to b. If b minus c is 0, what implies this? B is equal to c. If C minus A 0, what implies this? C is equals to A. So A is equals to B, B is equal to C, C is equals to A. What implies this? A is equal to B is equals to C. This is our required relation what we want to show. So this is the question where a lot of skill is required. Initially how to multiply by 2 and then using the identities.